Hi friends, so my loquat was suffering because it was so cold. Those are the older leaves, but it's okay. The newer leaves are popping up and it's getting taller, and this will be, I think it's 4th year. I grew it from seed, so it's okay. It has nice big leaves. It'll provide me fruit sometime later. And this is where another location where I've been dumping the leaves that I've collected and some coffee grounds, spent coffee grounds. And also I just weeded this area of all these tiny little grass seedlings, and I have all this borage that volunteered. So I'm telling you, when you get the seeds, just buy a few and it will self-seed all the time, or you could collect the seeds so easily you will never run out. So what I'm going to do is dig these up. They don't do well with transplant because they have a long taproot, and I'm just going to try it to cluster them together because I plan on planting other things in this area here. So let me back up and show you. So all these scattered borage, I'm going to kind of cluster them together so that when they do reseed themselves next year, they'll be close together, and then I'll use the other spots for different plants in that area. So this is the area next to my chicken run, and over time the leaves will break down over there, and then over time I'm gonna pull out these leaves that are in their run. I'm trying to get it to focus. It's really hard to. Anyway, there are a lot of leaves. They got really wet during the rain, and there's a pile over there under the chicken coop that's a lot more dry, and so eventually I'll just kind of shift it around, or the chickens will kick it around, and that stuff's already breaking down a lot faster than the stuff that's on the outside of the chicken run. And I'll just muck it out and spread it out and let it compost down further before using it, and it'll be lovely soil that I didn't have to spend too much money on, if at all, other than some time. So now I have some black oil sunflower seeds, and I'm going to plant them over here. They're from the chicken feed. They like that black oil sunflower because I guess it has a lot of like good omega fats or something. So it's good for the chickens, and I'm just going to grow it kind of in the back, so it'll be the tall structure, and this will be the bushy stuff from the borage, and I might grow a vining layer amongst it as well so it'll climb the sunflowers. We'll see. So now I have already sowed the black oil sunflower seeds near the edge, and there's all the borage, and then I will do a section here of some kind of flower. So I've harvested some tatsoi here and some Swiss chard and a couple leaves of spinach and some, I'm cutting out the rhubarb chard stems, separating them because they take longer to cook than the leafy portions. I have a pile of ginger here and some green onions. All of these are from my garden other than the young tender ginger. And we're gonna make congee today, and I have some ground turkey set aside, and I'm gonna put 2 eggs into the turkey. It'll be the binder, and put some seasonings into it to make kind of like meatballs. It'll be a meaty, soupy congee, and it's perfect because it warms you up, ginger, and keeps you from having the sniffles. It's good for digestion. It's the best stuff. And I'm gonna make congee tonight because it's gonna be like freezing temperatures for the next 3 or 4 nights. So definitely gonna enjoy warm stuff, because in the summertime it's too hot to have this stuff, so this is perfect. Hi friends, so today is an especially windy day and all my stuff is just blowing everywhere. I forgot to check what the wind miles per hour are, measurements. However, it says the temperatures at night are supposed to be somewhere in the 37 to 41 degree range, and last night it dipped down to 34 degrees, which I was so surprised because I think 35 is like a light freeze. So I know some of my plants, instead of being green, they turned brown or black, so I know those parts are dead. So I'm gonna have to go about and look for those plants and cut the branches off. I've been collecting spent coffee grounds, and I'm spreading it about. This is a pretty thick layer and it's gonna be hydrophobic, so I'm gonna have to spread it out, thin it out so that it'll go into the crevices and kind of fill in this area. I have some leaves down, some cardboard, and I'm just trying to get this area with good soil ready for transplanting my fruit trees, because this is part of my food forest here. As you can see, it's pretty windy. So far I've collected 43 bags of leaves, and last weekend I couldn't collect any because it was raining, and I was going to, excuse the chickens, I was going to collect some this weekend, but it was just so cold, so I just didn't do it. But another source of leaves, let me show you the leaves in the chicken run. They are breaking down. So as you can see, it's pretty heavy over here, and they didn't trample over that area as much as in this area here where it's by the door and we feed them, so they go there a lot, and then they do poop in it and just walk around in it, kick it around, and it has gotten wet a couple times here because of the rains. Some of it gets in here. We do have an extra shade cover for the chickens so that they get extra shade in the summer, and it was up and it fell because of the wind, so we're gonna have to prop it back up again. We have hooks up there for the shade cloth. So the wind is shredding up this 1-year-old plastic sheet. It came from a bag. It was just a big bag, and I just sliced it open to get as much square inch surface in order to cover this garden bed and protect it. But it's all shredded up, and I realized I'm gonna have to purchase some poly so that because it's more durable for the sun, but this will do because the budget doesn't cover it. So if you would like to support me in what I've been doing, trying to grow things and be successful, and you like the stuff that I'm showing, how to grow a food forest, how to keep fertilizer, natural fertilizers, how to collect different biodegradable things to enhance our soil, and how to save money, please like, subscribe, and share my videos, and that helps me a lot. and I can continue to do this work. Give me some encouragement, guys. So one of the ways we try to save money is to decrease how much we have to purchase for the chicken coop as far as bedding goes. So I've been shredding paper and sticking it in the coop, whether it be newsletters, any type of papers that the children bring home from school, leaves, the leaves I've been collecting, I put it in the chicken run and I put it in the chicken coop. And I put in pineapple mint because it'll dry out and break down and get pooped on it in the coop, and it won't repropagate itself once it's dried out. It'll be dead. And I put lavender in there to make the scent different, along with the pineapple mint, so that it keeps the scent down and it keeps mites and things out of my coop. And sometimes I'll throw weed grass in, grass that's weedy, and it'll dry out too. So that saves me in having to buy, because we used to buy pine shavings and purchase straw and things like that to fill the chicken coop. And we used to change out the coop contents once every 2 weeks, then it was once every 3 weeks, then it was once a month, and that was like quite a bit of money kind of down the drain, because that's one extra cost that is involved. So I started saving up paper, and then when I have quite a bit from like ads from the grocery stores and things like that, then I will shred it all up and have 1 or 2 containers of shredded paper, or I'll weed around and I'll pick up that weed and throw it in the coop, or like I said, the pineapple mint and the lavender. And let me show you what it looks like. Here are a couple of my birds getting warm and resting under the egg box. So, but however, I just recently shredded up a ton of paper, a big container of it, and as you can see, it's just like newspapers, ads for grocery stores, mailers, envelopes. I take out the plastic window part of the envelopes, shred it all up in here, leaves that I've collected. As you can see, there's some weeds over here, and I did have a round of pineapple mint and some lavender in here earlier, and then I had some leftover straw that I put in here. So what I do is, I haven't been in here to do anything in here, so as you can see, it's getting filled with poop. So all I do is grab a pile from here where it's clean on this side, because this is how my chickens sleep, over here on this bar, and there's another bar up there. So they sleep on that side, so they primarily poop over there. Oh, that's what they're doing. They're keeping the eggs warm over here. I see what they're doing. So what I do is I just grab a pile of this and cover up the poop over there. And I'm doing the deep litter method, which is good for the winter time because it keeps them warmer as the stuff breaks down, and you don't have to clean it very frequently, especially in the rainy, cold season. You want them to have the extra warmth, insulation, and you don't want to be cleaning all the time. And I don't have issues with mites because I always constantly throw in diatomaceous earth. Like I said, the different vegetables, the different mints and herbs, scents. So that's what keeps the mite problem down.